I want to share with you today something that has helped me tremendously feel gratitude through my grief journey that I really didn't pay attention to before. And I know that when you're going through a grief journey, a lot of times you go grateful. What could I possibly be grateful for? And there is so much. And if you are that new in the journey where it's hard to find that gratitude, that's okay. It truly is okay. That gratitude will come. But I want to share with you recently, I had a tremendous loss in my family. It was my dog. And my dog was what you would describe as a Velcro dog. He was attached to me. Every podcast that you've heard prior to this episode right here, that little dog was sitting on my lap, sleeping comfortably as we talked and as we shared. Every Zoom call that I've done, every sentence that I wrote from my book, my dog has been on my lap. We were that attached. And he died recently during a global pandemic where he was truly one of my great joys and one of the things that saved me from deep despair of this isolation, this social isolation that we have from friends and family. And so when I lost him, I was devastated. And if I would tell you right now that I'm through this grief journey, I would be lying to you because I'm not. I'm not at all. But at the same time that my dog passed away, my sweet Ollie, I was in the middle of doing a manifesting challenge with Gabby Bernstein. And if you don't know Gabby Bernstein, she's a spiritual teacher who has written many best-selling books. The latest one is Super Attractor, one of my favorite books that I've read. So good that I read it 2 times in a row, back to back. But anyway, she was doing this manifesting challenge. And when we got to day 11 of the challenge, that was the morning that my Ollie died. And I just couldn't pick it back up. I mean, I was in total grief, total sadness, total sorrow. But a few days later, something said, pick this back up. And I'm so glad I did because something profound, friends, happened to me. So profound that I wanted to share it with you. You see, one of the things that she shared was a meditation on gratitude. And shortly after my Ollie died, my girlfriend said, just feel the love of everyone. And I said, I can't. I can't feel that love right now. I'm just so sad. I can't I can't feel that love from everyone. She says, it's there. It's there and it's coming to you. And someday you'll feel it. So I decided to do this meditation. And the first thing that she had us do was put both hands over our heart as we closed our eyes. And we did some breathing and she did some guidance. And it was to feel grateful for things in your life, things in your body that you're grateful for. Let's thank your body for the things that it brings to your life. Sight, it breathes automatically. My heart beats automatically, right? So I'm thinking about that. And I have my hands over my heart. And then she guides us to think about the people. And at that moment, as she was doing this, I had my eyes closed and I literally felt all that love and support and that powerful energy flowing right into the gaping hole of my heart. And it was starting to fill with the love and power and energy that others had been sending me through this whole time. Friends, this was real. I could literally feel it. I would tell people that I felt like my heart clicked shut. But it wasn't that. It was that hole of grief starting to fill in. Now, let me tell you, um, I always tell people be there for people. But there are two most important things that you can do for people who are grieving. The first one is to be there. Everyone says be there, be present, witness that pain and that grief. You don't have to say anything, just be in it with that person. That's so hard to do during this pandemic, right? But people were showing up in ways that were amazing. I was getting texts, I was getting phone calls, I was getting voicemails, I was getting messages, I was being sent cards, I was being sent gifts. But at this time, none of those gifts had arrived. People were sending up prayers for me. People were sending out love. People were connecting to that hurt in my heart. And they somehow were energetically sending healing to me. And I was feeling it. My friend was right. I was feeling my heart starting to heal from other people showing up for me, for being there with me. And if that isn't something to truly be grateful for, as I was thinking about every person who reached out, of all the texts, of all the voicemails, of all the calls, of just all of that love being poured into me, I could start to feel it. I could start to accept it. It started its healing power. It's real. Loving energy is real. And so the next time you have a friend who is hurting, the next time that you are hurting, let people know that you're hurting and let them send you that loving energy. Loving energy is real and it heals. And that is something in of itself for which you can be truly, truly grateful. If you need any ideas on how you can help someone step out of their pain and step back into living again, that's what Graduating Grief is all about. Share this podcast with them or share the Graduating Grief quiz, and then let's talk.